My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon here in the Darkest Raptopia Estate the Second. Little bit of housekeeping here. I desperately want to go to the courtyard right now because there's no rewards from the rest of these, maybe bar the fortifying garlic, that I'm particularly interested in picking up, but there is one problem, and it's a problem with my roster of heroes. We've got 3 levels 4, a couple level 3s, and then a lot of 2s, 1s, and 0s. And I only have 1 level 2 Vestal and a level 0 Occultist. Those are dedicated healer classes that can push them up through that. So I'm pretty severely concerned that I've poorly managed the amount of different classes and variety of my roster. The reason that's a huge problem is if I keep pushing up the crews at my very top end, I start to make very painful gradations in my characters. Like, for example, Brakra will suddenly become level 5. Watsio almost certainly would also become level 5. Reynard probably wouldn't level. So now I have 2 level 5 heroes that can't be played with anyone. And then I've got a smaller pool of heroes in level 3 and 4 that can play with one another. So what I really need to do right now is start working on starting to build some of these characters up. I am only 29 weeks into the game, so it's not the world's worst problem, but it is a problem. I do have time to rectify this, and it doesn't even put me severely off track. But one of the severe, I don't want to use the word again, one of the more dire concerns that I have at the moment is that since the infestation is high, I am incentivized to go to the courtyard, otherwise everyone's going to get cursed. But if I go to the courtyard, I'm going to split up my team more, and I'm going to make it harder in a lot of circumstances to deal with the lower levels. So what I'm going to do at the moment is go to the Cove, and I'm going to go for this Fortifying Garlic, because I think it actually is going to be pretty important against a fair few scenarios. Almost always in the Darkest Dungeon, I'm probably going to want my healer to hold this and Junior's head, for example. Because once your healer gets down on low health, okay, imagine someone gets down on low health, like a Hellion has a DOT, they're on 0 health and they have a bleed. If your healer goes first, they can just heal them and then no death blow tick, right? But if your healer themselves has a DOT on them, as soon as their turn starts, no one's there to heal them, they're the fucking healer. So, in order to prevent that bleed and blight from triggering on said healer heroes, I'm very likely to pick up this Fortifying Garlic. Or just someone who's lacking defenses against those. So I've chosen my Cove party. I've already got Uri, a Adventure Jester, because I couldn't get... I couldn't find a reasonable way to build stress relief into this build, so this is it, I guess. My option to do that. Uri has also picked up a lot of damage. We've got Berserk Charm to make him go faster so that he can finale super early in the fight, as well as Dismas's head. So he's got plus 40% damage on top of the 50% damage mod for finale. At this point, considering he's level 2 and going into a level 0 dungeon, he should still be able to one-shot things with finale. So it shouldn't be significantly different to how finale used to work. Then I've got Hughes, our tough man-at-arms. He's just a big old beefy boy now, isn't he? He's got tough and he's got Cove Tactician for extra damage, although most of the time he's just going to be rolling his stuns. Occultist, because I have to start working the Occultist up through the ranks. Obviously, I need to take a dedicated healer because I'm going in a long dungeon and I'm going against a boss. And at the end, I've got my Plague Doctor, because again, I want to level my Plague Doctors up, but I haven't had many opportunities to do that. This is a really good opportunity to start doing that. I'm going to be taking the Blasphemous Vial as well as Swift Cloak to try and act ahead of the enemies, hit them with that Blight, possibly even crit for some stress relief. Honestly, not particularly interested in the plus accuracy versus Eldritch, because I've already got plus 5 accuracy on Natural Swing as well as plus 15%. Sorry, plus 15 accuracy on the Blasphemous Vial. I've also picked up a Sun Ring on the Occultist, because the Occultist is probably going to be dealing a significant amount of damage with this Sacrificial Stab. Not an incredible amount, but enough. So let's make sure that everyone has the highest levels of the things that they are going to be using. Let's sort by class, sort by anything, and we'll get the people we're using at the top. That's fine. You need to upgrade that. And I'll be using Retribution in this dungeon. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're going to be using the stun on the pull, because you're going to be a second line as soon as Uri has done his dash. And then finally, Durable. Durable, almost certainly want to get you a stun, because you do actually have greater stun chance as a result of the Blasphemous Violence. It's actually a particularly good stun chance. I could go with fewer stunners in this party. But the thing is, you're going to be third liner. Okay, I can leave Incision on you, actually. Have it there to deal with humans. Because I don't really want you to be doing my stunning, Derville. You're actually a significant part of my damage in this party. Not necessary, not necessary. Definitely necessary. 100 fucking % necessary. What is a fucking percent? It's a lot like a percent, except leave it alone for a while. You'll hear some shakes and riddles. And you come back and there's more. Alright. Looks like we're solved. Let's go kill us a Siren. So we aren't really wearing debuff resistance right now, but one thing we definitely can do to make a Siren kill a lot easier is pick up 4 Holy Water and take them, use them in the final fight. Well, use them before the start of the final fight. The final fight actually ought not last that long, and even if my opponent takes almost any of my characters, we should be fine. Unless they take the Jester and somehow use Finale. But I think they move to the back of the party. Or maybe I'm wrong. Shit. I think I'll be fine taking the Jester. I mean, she can use almost any of the other Jester skills, and I really don't care. Like, it's just Finale that's a bit fucked up. Medium dungeon, just so I can crack open some things, I'm going to take the shovels, well, a lot more shovels than I typically would. I'll take an extra key as well, because I've been running a little low on those as well. I take a lot of medicinal herbs when I go to this area also. I'll get blood along the way. Just because of the fish guts and the coral, the eerie coral that you can clear. Anti-venom's fine for a reflective pool, if I remember correctly, but it's not super necessary. Alright, let's embark.
My lofty position wasn't always accompanied by the fear of office. And there was a time when I could walk the streets or raise a glass in the tavern without concern for molestation. Faithful as the tide, one precocious village waif made it her hobby to shadow my every errand. It was charming then, troublesome later.
There's so much character in that voice.
I always wondered what became of the unfortunate little waif.
I know the boss isn't up in this direction, but eerie coral might be. Shouldn't have checked that yet. There's no reason to check it yet.
Waiting to be spent.
Okay. Yeah, that's a kill.
Annihilated.
I don't know. Was that a kill? Someone tell me. I've suddenly become blind. Their blight resist is ridiculous. I don't think I can wait, so I think I need to go for the instant damage. Nice, that's a kill. Then I can stun you.
Death by inches.
Yay! Guess who can't dodge? The same person you targeted. Who would have guessed? Can't stun you. Gather the Blood doesn't seem to have a super high chance to hit with the Crimson Curse, so of course it's going to do it right now. Never mind, he got to resist it. Yeah. Lower the stress on that guy, because he's going to be taking a hell of a lot of it right now. Let's just set up for your death.
Continue the onslaught.
A lot like that.
Destroy them all.
God, stop it! Nice dodge. I'm gonna end this dungeon with everyone in horrible straits, so the longer we can wait until that starts happening, happier I'll be.
Obliterated. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I didn't give scouting trinkets to anyone. I knew I'd made a mistake, but I didn't know what it was. I tried to run over everything in my head. I spent 8 minutes doing it, but still left myself with this grievous error. Well done, you. If we get shuffled with this party, whoo, we're not gonna have a good time with that. Yep. Woo! Double crit, yorp.
Eradicated.
You still do a lot of damage, bud. Ah, yikes! I should have removed that. That would have been a nice heal on myself there.
Compassion is a rarity.
I bled myself again, you fucker.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Yikes. Big ol' yikes box on that one. Alright. Get you, we'll double stun. Whee!
Decimated.
It's 10 times stronger than that. I'll have the occultist stun the one in front, because the rampart might knock this guy backwards, in which case he effectively loses 2 turns to the stun, because otherwise he'll have to stumbling scratch from that position. Okay, as long as you act first, you've lost 2 turns to it. Alright, lower your stress by 8. Sure. Negative 50 dodge.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
I do need to heal. That's great.
Vigor is restored.
It's unfortunate. He acted in time. Oh well. Should be more than fine here. We should have at least 2 damage characters. Yeah, exactly. 2 damage characters act before he does.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Dodged 2 traps so far. That's pretty significant. No! Okay, so I was told recently that if someone has a negative quirk, force them to interact with something, you have the opportunity, just a couple of seconds, to force them to use something as the interaction item. But since I was looking at the map, I had to go across the inventory, and by the time I'd done that, I lost the opportunity. But I could have tried to use anti-venom there. I'd like to see that work, because I've never heard of that as being a thing. But if it is, I'm going to be incredibly grateful to have been told it. Come on, eerie coral, eerie coral. Dang it.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
The map is good. I'm not going to argue with the map. Oh! I do need to use 1 holy water for that. It's going to leave me a little high and dry, but worth. That's going to be a debuff mover. I hate that I have to do this, but I do have to blight that character, unfortunately. Nice. I'm just trying to lower the outcoming stress. Bellow on him. Damn it, if it did 2 damage here, it would have been perfect. Look at this buff little motherfucker here. He's gonna dunk on me, isn't he? Never mind, I still dodged him despite having negative 25. Okay, it's not negative 50 right now, but it's still bad. Alright, you're gone. 12 myself.
Great is the weapon that
yeah, now we just straight up double stun. One done. Two stunned. We've got plus 40, plus 40. Yeah, we can actually just double stun them again. I mean, I can save this guy and then just fully heal off him, but it's straight up not going to be necessary. No, you broke in the middle of a sentence. Yeah, whatever. This lets him get one attack. But it doesn't matter. As long as we stun the counterpart, we're fine here.
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
There's no judgment of how long this takes me, so... Save. I could stun him now, but it's not super likely anyway. Whatever, I'll just finish him off.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope.
Sorry for the pause, had to clear my nose. Alright. We'll get rid of the anti-venom, start a stack of crests. Stack up our torches, start a stack of deeds. Not too keen to start a stack of citrine. Dispomania soft witness. Torn rotator. Soft is the only one I really want to remove. Got witness, unfortunately. That's unlikely to be relevant. Alright, fine. Now I'll remove it. Okay, thank you for the money. But the witness removal is unlikely to be relevant because I typically manage my stress well enough in dungeons that it's not something I carry outside of the dungeon.
Disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
I kind of want to stun you without moving you, but my move chance is 110 and you've only got 100 resist to it, so you're definitely going to be moved. Or I could just try and hit you. That'll, yeah, as long as I don't crit. Oh no, but if you die to the blight before, never mind, it worked perfectly. He's still got his stumbling scratch and she's still going to die before her move. It could not have resolved better. If you had scripted it, that's how you would have had to script it. Alright, one down. Start the stun on this guy if I can. Rough. Alright, you just roll a self-heal. We'll deal with him later. Nice! And no bleeds. That's only 2 damage. We can actually just start the damage on you. That said, I don't have to risk giving you a turn. May as well just hold off.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Oh shit, we got a critical scout and we actually found the secret room. Nice. I mean, I do want to start stacks of these, but the thing is, I know 100% there is no way I'm going to be able to take them home because of the secret room. So... that's awkward. Like, I can free up some space by using the camp, but the camp is also going to give me... I don't want to use the camping yet. Oh, yikes. Oh, this is not good. We've a sitch, y'all. 19. How does 70 do it? Yeah. We got a sitch in the hizzy. I am not going to be okay to camp until much later.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
I guess I can now throw away a stack of 2 food, almost certainly a jade as well. I should have turned the light out entirely. That's nice, but I can't take it. I think I'm gonna throw away a blood. Should have eaten the food, actually. See, lowering the speed and lowering the dodge is going to be pretty important on you. Yikes. I'm not going to be able to hit that sycophant. Like, straight up, no one in my party is going to be able to hit that sycophant for a while. He's got no move resist, so I might be able to bring him forward and then stun him, but he's almost certainly getting a turn before I do. Their blight resist is also really high. So Plague Doctors actually just become a lot worse over time based on the infestation. Alright, of course he doesn't dodge because he fucking can't. That's a huge problem. I'd rather him have lower damage than the dodge debuff, because that's a severe dodge debuff. Yeah, I can't prolong this fight at all. I have to just go all for the damage.
Time to perform beyond
Please blight.
one's limits.
Thank you. No one's dead. Next up. Very unlikely to stun there, so he's 9. Oh, beautiful. Okay. No Crimson Curse yet. It's pretty good.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Alright. As soon as we find one Pelagic Guardian, we're staying there for a while. Speaking of. Goodbye, see you in hell. Well, I mean, I am staying here, so it doesn't matter how much stress I incur. Punch him! Alright, now it's just the sea maggot that I'm worried about. Oh no, I've taken 3 damage and I'm bleeding. It's my impersonation of no one. Okay, stress heal, nice. Slow him down.
Impressive.
Nice crit. Alright. Next turn, we're starting the stun parade on you. Oh, please bleed. 16 and 15. Start getting us all the way back down. Remove your bleed. We can take as long as we'd like here. But as soon as we get back to full, I'll just move on. I mean, there's no point stalling past that, so. Almost strictly useless thing to say. Alright. 2 more turns of stress healing will be completely fine. 2 more reasonable rounds of healing and we'll be fine. Good. It's not considered stalling because he has protection. Well, because he has... I think it actually might be only the Pelagic Guardian that is considered too tanky. He only has 33% protection, right? Which other characters do have more. Like, other one-tile characters have had more protection than that. I don't know why he's considered too beefy to work through in a single turn, but you just don't incur stalling against him, so I am abusing the ever-loving hell out of that. I probably wouldn't have been able to stun him there anyway, so the fact that he acted before you is actually excellent. Saves us a whole round in our turn economy. Nice. That bleed's gonna be annoying. Nice. Alright, slow him down. Everyone except for the occultist is going to be going for damage next round. The occultist has one heal left to do.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pit.
Yeah, well done. We got close.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I'm concerned because I actually have a lot fewer torches than I need. Because I've done 2 backtracks so far. But by the time I get to here, we're going to want to camp, and then we want 1 torch, 2 torches to go in that hallway. Well, there goes the stack of crests, I guess. Not for the journal page. Or... can save myself a lot of time here.
Stalk these shadows, but yonder,
a
glint of gold. Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
So unfortunately, this is gonna hamper our scouting chances. Another torch, thank you. But it does mean I don't have to turn the torch on while I'm walking through this entire thing. It's going to make this room possibly surprising. Surprising, I'm going to be real saddened. I'm getting real shit loot right now. Thankfully, he didn't automatically interact with it, because it can give you a disease, and I don't have any anti-venom in my party right now. Alright, please don't be a bunch of monsters that then surprise me. Okay, never mind. Instead, we got a scout. That's ridiculous. Okay, that room battle now can't surprise me. Fine. Man, the hunger procs are out of fucking control right now. Calm yourself, video game.
Only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Yeah, that's gonna happen when you're in low light. Kind of what I invited here, but good lord. We're knocking back as hard as we're being hit right now. I love it. Okay, you're dead. And again, we can just stall on the Pelagic Guardian for as long as we need. Looks like we might want to stall for a while, actually.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Alright, let's start up the dot train on you. Yes, especially if I can then get off a stun, we are fine. Yell at him! If I yell at him again next turn... Yeah, it'll do AoE. As long as it does 1 damage on you, we're completely fine. Which means my stun is already earmarked. That's my movement for the occultist. That's again not a heal. That's going to be a bit rough. Oh well. It's the only thing that's going to get through right now. Yelled at him. Right, 2, 18, beautiful. Only 3 more turns worth of stress healing. Really, I should have done that on myself, because if Derville now crits... no, but Derville's going to be using theirs as a heal, so it doesn't matter if they crit. Well, actually, it does if they roll it on themselves, which they did. Fair enough. Oh shit, it's almost time to start killing them. Whoa, nice resist, bud. What was that, a 5% chance? Yo, I need to check this out. 110 plus... Yeah, so that's 145 versus... Oh, 65. Okay, it was a 20% chance. That's a lot more reasonable. Now it's dot time, y'all. Ah, heals for -3. Don't mind if you do. Thankfully, Dervil is almost certain to act in time to prevent that from doing any damage. Nicely done, Dervil. Woo! Good stun. And you're dead at the end of the next round. Because I was just going to put another blight on you, but at this point it actually straight up does not matter what I do. So, I'm just going to rectify my party positioning if I can. There we go. Bye-bye.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay, and then open this.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
There's no need to full ration, but... Is there anything in the lines here that's actually going to ask me for a key? No, there isn't. So I can throw away keys right now. That food's not going to get us through a hunger check either. Almost certainly going to be tactics. Dark strength seems like a good idea. Alright. Who am I dark strengthing? This is kind of a DPS race, so I'm actually just going to straight up dark strength you. I should have taken off your stress trinkets first. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. I'll encourage you and then tactics maintain equipment. We have no nighttime prevention, but I'm not particularly worried about that. See? This is why I'm not worried. Because there's only 3 of them. What can 3 people do to me? Fucking nothing! Finale from the back row, motherfuckers. You weren't expecting that shit, were you? From downtown! Woo! Dodge again. Basically a dodge, did no damage. And as soon as they're double stunned, they're also double stuffed. Beauty. I even get a turn to remove the stress on this character. You can heal him.
Inspiration and improvement.
That is to say, heal up our front line. And then throw down that hammer. Fine. You're supposed to be dead. Fine. I'll kill you myself.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
I kind of want to hold the medicinal herbs, even if I don't find something they're useful for right now. So here's the reasoning behind that. Even if I don't find a medicinal herb user... God, if I could only remember their name. Don't you fucking don't. Nice. If I find something that utilizes medicinal herbs in... I could actually blight these 2. That's going to be significant if it works, and it did. Nice.
Well struck.
Beauty. Okay, if I did find an eerie coral that utilizes medicinal herbs, it'd be good to have the medicinal herbs. Otherwise, in the battle, it'll be good to have it to debuff the dodge lowering. That's unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna have to deal with you next round. Nice dodge. Despite the fact that you have no dodge, you're still dodging. Well done, you. I do want to self-heal right now, but at the same rate, this just needs to fucking end right now. Fuck off with your invites. I don't want to go.
Promises success.
Yes. That's unfortunate. Thankfully, we didn't get a hunger check because I'm pretty sure we didn't bring any more food. All right. 3 people I want taken the least. You, and you. Starting with this low health is dodgy. I might actually have to protect him in the first round. Is there any moves I want to change out? No. She has access to all the moves of the character she takes, regardless. So, if that was a concern of yours, please let it be alleviated. I'm never going to want riposte, so I'll turn on Guardian. I'm never going to want riposte because a teammate on the Siren side might attack me, and then I accidentally fucking riposte them. I don't want that shit. Alright. Crit her for 58. Here we go. No, actually, it was much closer to the lowest roll of damage that you are actually capable of. So thanks for that. Oh, man. That dude hasn't even taken a turn yet. Never mind. Well done, you. Get yourself. It's going to be necessary. Oh, cool. She's actually just summoning. Nice. Well, I'm going to bop you over to the back next. That's one down. Keep stacking that blight up. That's definitely a stun. Uh-huh. I could roll... Yeah, I can now roll for a stun. Okay. I could stun my own Jester just to try and prevent him from doing anything right now. His finale would do extra damage, but I don't know if he has access to it. Because I don't know if the 1 per turn is going to affect him. Stun her. Oh, he's not even in the front row. He can't do it. Like, that's a lot of damage, but... Shit, that is a lot of damage. Yikes. Thank you for being stunned, because I'm going to need to do a self-heal here, and hopefully it goes well. That's a 2 if I've ever seen one. Yeah, stress and a small amount of damage. Thank you, Jester. All things considered, that could have been a lot worse. If she was unstunned, I might have considered rolling the stun, but she wasn't, so I didn't. Since she has multiple actions per turn, it's really effective to blight her or dot her in any way, shape, or form. Nice dodge. Damn. We haven't got the debuffs anymore, the buffs rather, but we do have the plus dodge still. That plus dodge, of course, courtesy of weapon. It wasn't weapons tactics. It was like party something. Can't remember its name. Wasn't resisted. Unfortunately, he does have a turn upcoming. She still does not get another action. Okay, she's dead. Do not threaten my queen. Ramparts me. Did stun me. We are going to leave this dungeon with some stress, unfortunately. Yeah, you're dead before I can do anything, so I may as well just try and crit. The only thing that's going to change anything right now is whether or not I score a crit to lower. Yeah, best of luck with that one.
Vile queen of the aquatic depths. She has no place in the sane world.
You okay, buddy? Okay, he has a fucking ridiculous moonwalk, and he's just showing it off constantly. I love it. I thought he wasn't going to come back. I thought he was just going to face us the entire time. Pretty reasonable amount of money. Just under 20k. Fated with syphilis? That's not good. Meditator as well. So Ori's up in rank 3.
The poor caretaker. I fear his long-standing duties here have affected him.
Is there anything immediately obvious that I want to go to? Fresh air in the tunnels, I believe, is just going to be a damage buff to go there for the next week. That's pretty good. I don't remember what Lost and Found is, though. It might be more things for sale in the relic wagon. In the same way that previously we had 6 more recruits available to pick up from the stagecoach. Speaking of, let's check each. See if there's anything worth my time. Vestal. Quick reflexes Vestal. Natural swing Vestal. Hagemania is kind of annoying. Dipsomania isn't particularly annoying. It'd be a little hypocritical for me to judge you for that. I want him. Want him. Alright. Can I see anyone in my party that has the curse that I really don't fucking care to continue dealing with? Because they're the first ones to go. Quick reflexes Vestal. I mean, I'm not really doing anything if I leave you to get this one. Yeah, Kant is gone. Lygophobia. Automatonophobia. Pretty bad. Slugger, not a good thing for you. And Beast Slayer, not super relevant. I also haven't invested too much in you. And I do have a lot of Plague Doctors, so goodbye, Kaunter.
Send this one to journey elsewhere, for we have need of sterner stock.
Hello? Level bottom. Malvasine. You know what? I didn't name anyone this episode, so I'm actually going to name you. How about that? You're a Dipsomaniac. Dipsomaniac, rather. So, I'm actually going to give you 3. I'm going to give you 3 seeding. I'm going to give you MTB for me too, bud. Where are we going? M is for the way you look at me. MT. Ooh. You could end up with a name very similar to your own right now. And B. Okay, so I got Mull, that, and Bio. So it's gonna be like Mule Thabio. Mule Thabio. Mullet Habio. Okay, it needs to be more Mulethab. Mulethab? Yeah, I can go with Mulethab. I'm fine with this. And I hope so are you. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. We're on week 30. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time.